Alright guys, we are here today with a draft of Dominaria. This is actually the second draft I have done of this set. The first one I ended up going 2-1 on with a deck that I didn't actually think was that great, but had some fun with it. Now my rare here is Dominaria Marshal, which is an awesome card, but really just shoehorns me into white. Like, first picking a triple white card, I'm not sure. I mean, Eviscerate is in the pack, which is really solid. One great thing about Dominaria Marshal is it's a card that's good on turn 3, but it's also really good late in the game as well. I mean, it's just solid anytime you drop it down. So I do think there's the potential that it's better than some of the other monocolored tri-mana costed cards here. I think I pick it over Eviscerate. This is a really tough call, but when in doubt, I'm going to go with the rare here. So I'm going to take the Marshal. Alright, so we have Halar in this pack. Not really anything in white here. I mean, we just have Dub, so it's not a great pack for white. We do have Two-Headed Giant, which is a pretty solid card. I mean, it's double red. Again, not exactly what I'm looking for there, but very good card. I mean, it either gains Double Strike, which is just insane, or it gains Menace. Has the 50% chance of getting at least one of those two things. Dark Bargain is not a bad card, but truth be told, this pack is just a little empty. Instead of taking the dual-colored card that's not in my colors, I'm going to take Two-Headed Giant, which I actually feel like is probably a little bit better of a card anyway. Dark Bargain is probably where I would have went had I got the Eviscerate last pack, but I'm going to grab the Two-Headed Giant here. Alright, no interest in Joda Archmage Eternal, but Arcane Flight is not awful, but not what I'm going to pick here. Gideon's Reproach seems good. Radiating Lightning, not that great. Saproling Migration is okay. I think I'm just going to go Gideon's Reproach. It's a pretty solid removal spell. Oh, wow. This is a huge card that I am amazed has not been picked up yet. This card is just absurd. Black Blade Reforged. I mean, it's 7 to equip to a non-legendary, but even if you do that, you're just winning the game right there, right? That is a slam pick right there. That is amazing. Alright, so what do we got here? The first Eruption. So it deals 1 damage across the board. You add 2 red, and then you sack a mountain. Deals 3 damage to each creature. That just doesn't really seem like what I want to be playing in Limited here. Fire Elemental's not very exciting. Voltaic Servant is okay. Maybe I just go Excavation Elephant. Not really a lot exciting in my colors here. I don't want Tragic Poet. And I don't think I want Fire Elemental. So I'm just going to go with the Elephant. Goblin War Chief is not the worst thing in the world. Not many goblins to really play off of it. Adamant Will is playable. Gitu Journey Mage. What is this? When enters the battlefield, if you control another wizard, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. It's not very exciting either, unfortunately. Blue actually looks pretty open as a color here. No cards here that are making me really want to jump right into that. But here I think I'm going to pick the War Chief. Does it just have the most upside? I'm not actually super familiar with how many other goblins are in this set. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. It's probably the wrong pick. Call the Cavalry seems pretty solid here. 4 mana for 2 2/2s with Vigilance. If I was in black, I do love Stronghold Confessor. This is actually like my one of my own personal favorite commons in the set. But definitely call the Cavalry here. Garna the Blood Flame. Not in black, but cool card. Gitu Chronicler has some potential. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world to play at turn 2, but if I do get the chance to kick it, it could get me back cards like Call the Cavalry, Gideon's Reproach. White has a lot of options, red has a lot of options for that, so I think it's a solid pickup here. Memorial to War is not good in any way, shape, or form. And there's no other card in this pack that I think I would be playing. So, just gonna grab this thing, I guess. I'll take another Gidu Chronicler. That seems okay. Not sure if I'm gonna need to play 2 of them, but I'll take a second. Sarah's Disciple, another card I'm not excited to play, but you know, definitely it's something that'd be fun to attach that Black Blade to. Another War Chief. You know, I guess it doesn't hurt. I'm not playing the Fire Elemental, so. Also not legendary. I was thinking that card was legendary, but it is not. Alright, so we ended up getting a Journey Mage anyway. That's not too bad. Not sure it's a card we're going to play, but if we have to, it's not the worst. Ooh, Phyrexian Scriptures. Goodness. That's a card and a half. Then we have Wrath Capuchin and Seal Away. So as cool as Scriptures is, Seal Away definitely feels like the pick here. If I was in green, Song of Freyalise is just a busted card. Absolutely phenomenal card. But Seal Away definitely going to be the pick for me here. Yeah. Alright, so here we have Arvad, which is a very good card. Again, we'd have to step into black. Maybe that's not the worst call at this point. Our red isn't amazing. Like, we have 1 or 2 cool red cards, but, you know, maybe this is the right call. Maybe I should have picked the Phyrexian Scriptures last pack, or last pack. I'm going to take Arvad. I'm going to look into stepping into black here. But this pack is just probably going to be slamming Seal Away. Like, Bayard is a pretty cool card, and I actually really like it because it works with Black Blade. It just seems like a solid card in general, you know, not bad at all. But Seal Away is just premium removal. I'm just going to be taking it. Alright, we have Banalish Honor Guard, Mesa Unicorn, which is a very good card, Fiery Intervention, which is also very good. And I actually think Fiery Intervention is just the pick here. You know, if this wasn't in the pack, I'd probably be going with the Unicorn just because I think this card is overperformed a little bit. I mean, just a 2/2 with lifelink. I've always been a fan of, but I think it does pretty well in this set. But Fiery Intervention, just getting another removal spell. Another target for my Chroniclers. Looks good to me. What do we have here? We can go Charge, but we're really not very creature heavy here. We can go another Sarah Disciple, which I don't love as a card at all. But might be the best we have. I don't think there's any way we're going to be splashing Adelies, but it is the best card in the pack by a long shot. I think I'm going to go with the Sarah Disciple just because it's a card I'm sure I have a higher chance of playing. And here I'm going to take the Call the Cavalry again. Big fan of this card. Let's see, Fall of Thran. That's the Armageddon one, right? Yeah, destroy all lands, and then for the next 2 turns you return 2 of them. It doesn't seem great for 6 mana. I mean, I don't think I have any real reason to be playing that in limited here. I don't think I have any reason to want my opponents to draw cards with the Golem. I'm going to take the Torment. You know what? I'm actually going to go with this. Frenzied Rage. I didn't even see that for some reason. But that seems like a good card, especially to go with these Sarah Disciples. Any of those auras are just pretty solid there. I'll take the charge here, put it in my sideboard in case I do get a little bit more of a go wide strategy. Keldon Overseer is not an awful card. I think it's better than a third Serra Disciple. Yeah, I'm going to take the Overseer here. Ooh, Cabal Stronghold. Not a card I'm going to play in the slightest, but cool. I guess I'll just go with this big, colorless creature. I don't think I'm going to play any of the other stuff in the pack. I'll take the Radiant Lightning. Don't think I'm going to play it, but doesn't hurt to have it. I would like to find a way to splash black for Arvad. Even though I don't have any other legendary creatures in the deck. He's just a solid card all on his own. Alright, what are we going to get in pack 3 here? Not a rare that we're excited about at all. Hinterland Harbor. And then Grun, as cool of a card as he is, not something I'm able to cast. Wizard's Lightning looks like it's probably going to be the pick. You know, there is Fiery Intervention, which is kind of cool. But we do have one of those, and it's 5 mana. Aven Sentry isn't the worst card in the world, but never a card I would feel good about first picking out of a pack. But Wizard's Lightning, you know, it's not too bad. We do have a couple Wizards here. So it gives it the chance to be a bolt, but even if it is just a 3-mana bolt, that's fine. So Wizard's Lightning is where I'm going to go with that. My goodness, I have the chance to get the 3rd War Chief if we want. I really don't think I'm even going to be playing the first 2, so I don't have any interest in that. But some good cards here. In Bolas's Clutches, that's a cool card. Lich's Mastery seems fun to play with. But I guess Rampaging Cyclops is where I'm going to go. It seems like the only card in this pack that I actually would have any interest in. Triumph of Gerard seems good. Yeah, because what? I have Radiant Lightning, Knight. I don't have any interest in those. Yeah, this seems like a solid addition to my deck here. We have another Rampaging Cyclops, a Short Sword, and a Journey Mage. This would up my Wizard count. I don't really think that's of the utmost importance here. But I do already have 4 4-drops, 3 5-drops. Maybe I want to go with something a little bit simpler like Short Sword. I've actually been kind of impressed with that card in this set. It's been kind of solid for me. You know, I have 3 Wizards in here right now, I think, at least. I'm going to go with the Journey Mage. That might be a controversial pick there, but I'm going to try that out. And then I'm going to... I think I'm going to take Dub here over a 3rd Disciple. Don't know if I'll play Dub. I doubt I would play the 3rd Disciple. But I do like the idea of having a couple auras to throw on this. Okay. Couple good options here, it looks like. What's this Bloodstone Goblin? Whenever you cast a spell, if it was kicked, it gets 1/1 till Menace, and Menace till end of turn, but I don't think I have any... Well, I have a couple kickers, but nothing much. I already have an Overseer. Fiery Intervention is good, and Warcry Phoenix is not bad. I'm gonna take the Phoenix, I think. I think that might be better than the Intervention. It might not be. I mean, the Intervention might be better just because it's a removal spell. But this is a recurring flying threat. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Phoenix here. Again, might be the wrong call, but... Alright, Fervent Strike. Target creatures +1/+0 first strike and haste. Not that exciting. And then this is another one of those deal 3 to each creature. I don't think I'm going to play either of these, but I'll take the Fervent Strike. Frenzied Rage seems okay again. I'm perfectly fine with that, and I'll take an Aven Sentry here. Don't think I'm going to play any of these. Yeah, getting down to the last little bit of the pack, stuff that I'm not going to be really using. I'm going to take these War Chiefs out of my group here. I'm not going to be playing those. I have to cut another couple cards. I could include a Swamp just to splash for that, but it's really my only... I don't have any way to splash for it other than just including a basic... You know, I didn't even get any Skittering Surveyors or anything like that. So, as sad as it makes me, I probably have to cut Arvad. Alright, time to finish up building this. I have to cut a couple cards. Let's see what cards I am not super happy to have here. I could see cutting Dub. It's far from the best card I have in the deck. I could see cutting the Overseer, actually. Not sure I need the Overseer. I did end up with more creatures than I was kind of anticipating. You know, I have 13 creatures, and then 2 of my, you know, other kind of spells create them with the Call the Cavalries. I don't think I have any reason to play the Excavation Elephant. You know, I'm not going to be kicking it, and otherwise I'm just not excited about a 5-mana 3/5. So I could cut one of these Disciples. I could cut the Bloodstone Goblin. That actually seems probably like the best one to cut. I don't have that many historic spells. I just have, what, just one? No, I have the Triumph of Gerard's Saga. So I just have 2 historic spells to trigger Sarah Disciple, which makes it pretty underwhelming. But I do have 3 enchantments or auras to kind of give it a little bit of a boost. But I actually don't know if that's even worth it here. Like, +2/+1, thing's probably not going to be getting blocked anyway, because it has flying and first strike. Like, it doesn't need the menace. Dub is just going to be giving it +2/+2, and I'm just making a 3/3 flyer out of 2 cards and 5 mana. That's not actually that exciting either. I think I cut the Sarah Disciples. I'd need to add a couple things back in. Yeah, the deck did not end up being... I don't think it's that great. I mean, I have a couple of good cards in here, but nothing super amazing. I'll put the Overseer back in, put the Bloodstone Goblin back in, mostly just because it's a 2/2 for 2 at this point. That's a little sad that I'm playing it, but pretty much why it's happening. And gosh, Radiant Lightning is just not an exciting card at all. Keldum Warcaller is not great. Guess I can include Fervent Strike as a combat trick, but I do only have 11 creatures in the deck. I guess I include this just as a higher end creature. A little disappointed with my deck right now, honestly. Alright, I can do this, include 16 lands. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Probably going to lean a little bit more on the red than the white. Alright, let's try this out. Not sure I went the right direction with the draft there. I don't know, I probably should have went into black, maybe? Like, there was just a couple of cool black cards that I could have picked up that I think might have made my deck better. I'll keep this pack, or this hand. You know, I have mana taking me into Gitu Journey Mage, Call the Cavalry, Black Blade. If I stay on curve, it actually seems like things could be pretty good. Alright. I'm going to play the equipment next turn. Alright. Yeah, as cool as this card is, it probably was a mistake picking that pack 1. Like, it is a really cool card, but triple white is just tough to do. Alright, Jousting Lance. That's a card that's kind of surprised me, that it's stronger than I expected. Alright, I'm gonna send out the Journey Mage. As long as it lives, then I'll actually be able to make this lightning just cost 1 mana. And next turn, if I don't draw a land, I can just play Frenzied Rage on my Journey Mage, hold up lightning. Doesn't seem bad. Alright, what are they going to play here? Elfflame Druid. Okay. Yeah, I wish I would have found a land. I have a lot of good cards here I would like to play. But I will just be going this route for now. I'll go ahead and attack in with this for 5. And then I'll be able to hold up the lightning. So my opponent could put Jousting Lance on something here. They did miss their land drop last turn, which is good for me, but, you know, they played a mana dork, so they still have access to the 4 mana. Alright, so I could bolt it now and make the best use of my mana, or I could wait to see if they play something. If they would have spent their mana to equip it with the lance, I absolutely would have, but with it just being 2 damage, I think I'm going to take it, because they have to be playing something post-combat here. Like, otherwise they would have equipped it. So I'm going to presume whatever they're playing post-combat is just a little bit stronger than their Honor Guard. Okay, Call the Cavalry. So I could take out one of them if I wanted. If I draw land next turn, I'm going to be playing out all of my mana, so I won't have the chance to cast it then. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. That way I can attack in, and it's pretty much unblockable next turn. Alright, did not find my mana, but I still can play this. I can't kick it. It would be nice to kick it, but I will just be attacking in for 5 here. And this works as a good blocker for whatever they do not equip the lance to. So there is that. I've never played a card on Magic Online here that involves coin flipping. I'm not sure how that happens, if we actually get to see it flip or if it just automatically gains a keyword on it. It's probably that. It's probably not very exciting. Alright, so they can't equip both of these this turn. Just going to equip that one. Okay, so I'm going to put the Chronicler in front of the Knight. And then go to 11. I will not be... Well, I guess I will be... Well, they're probably casting a creature here. No, it's going to fight it. Darn it. Well, nothing I can do there. But I'll be taking their Honor Guard off the field at least. Okay, Gideon's Reproach. Not the worst card. Still would like a land, but I will just be passing the turn here. They're probably going to suit up the Knight with something, and then I'll reproach it. I would have felt better if they put the Lance on there as well, because this means they probably have something coming in main 2. And it's kicked as well. What is this going to be? Saproling Migration? Did they have 6 mana? Oh no, Grow from the Ashes. That's okay. That's just going to get them 2 lands. They are untapped. This is actually a pretty solid card, I gotta say. Impresses me these come in untapped. Alright. Wow, still no land. I'm not going to play this on their Druid, because at this point in time, especially with them just hitting a ramp spell, they have enough mana to do whatever they want. So I'm sure they're going to be dropping a much more exciting creature that I'm going to want to cast Seal Away on. So I'll get in for the 1. I'll pass the turn here. You know, I mean, if they choose to use all their mana to suit up the Druid with the Lance and the Short Sword, maybe I do then, but I mean, that's still only 3 damage. They might crack the Memorial to Unity here if they don't have anything else going on in their hand. That would make a lot of sense. Because what's that let you look at? The top 5? Yeah, but they're casting something big. Okay, so a 5/5 Trampler. That seems like the exact kind of card I would like to seal away. Okay. They'll get in for 1. That's fine. Well, I did finally find a mountain here. I have the option of playing a couple cards, or a card, you know, either Call the Cavalry or Two-Headed Giant, and then eating 5 damage from this Wanderer, or I could cast Seal Away whenever they go to attack with it, and then play one of these the next turn. Do I want to take that 5 damage? I am at 10, so I have the life to spare. But if they suit this thing up with the Lance, with the Short Sword, I think it's safer to just kind of play the long game here. So I'm going to pass the turn. Alright, so yeah, they're going to be equipping all their stuff to it. Pretty happy that I went ahead and kept Seal Away up, because this would have just been a beating. Alright. So that's dealt with. That makes me feel better. So now this turn I'm going to cast, I think it's going to be Two-Headed Giant, just because it has the chance to gain Menace, so it won't be able to be chump blocked or even double strike. I mean, it's just seems higher upside here than the Cavalry. No reason to attack, because we'll just bounce off each other and I'll have a tapped creature. Alright. They found another land off the top of their deck, it looks like. They're going to activate Memorial Unity here? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get to see what they get. Maybe they'll whiff if we're lucky. Alright, Untamed Kavu, which is going to be kicked, I'm sure. It's going to be a 4/4 with Vigilance and Trample. Oh, a 5/5. Goodness, this is a really good card. At uncommon, even. Solid, solid card. Okay, well that puts a damper on things there. Because I definitely do not want to attack in with the Two-Headed Giant, just to find out it's going to get eaten by the Kavu. The Kavu is also going to be really good once suited up with the Lance and the Short Sword. So I think I play Call the Cavalry here. Well, I could play the Elephant. Just have a bigger blocker on it. Because what it's going to gain first strike, it's going to have 8 power first strike. Whew, that is a lot. Yeah, I think I just need to... I think I play the Cavalry. Hope to find some kind of a removal spell. I know Seal Away is not going to work on the Kavu, unfortunately. So that's not really an option. What do I have in my deck that will stop it? I don't actually know. Because I know I picked up those 2 Seal Aways. I had the Reproach that I've already played, but that wouldn't have been enough anyway. The Fiery Intervention will deal with it if they don't have Short Sword on it, but I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to have any way of really dealing with this. Yeah, Vigilance on this thing is the real killer. Alright, so I could chump block it with the Chronicler to take 5 damage instead of 8, but I'm not sure there's a big difference here. The Chronicler's not doing anything for me on the board. Yeah, that hurts. And I'm still 1 away from the Black Blade. So I guess here I will cast the Elephant. And then if I top deck a land, I get the Black Blade. This thing is just going to be chump blocked, I'm sure. Yeah, I think I'm just out of this game, unfortunately. We'll go off to game 2. What do I want out of the sideboard here? The Disciples don't seem awful, because they don't really... My opponent doesn't seem to have much flying. The Chroniclers are not actually bad blockers. Those did some good for me here. I'll take this Goblin out. This Marshal just sat in my hand doing nothing, but I believe it has enough upside. I'm going to try to keep it in. I'm going to take this Elephant out too. Yeah, let's try this out. I will be playing first. Alright. This hand is not amazing, but seems good enough to keep. I can play almost all the cards in my hand, so there's that. I'll play the Disciple first, just because it's going to be pretty much guaranteed to get in for its damage next turn. Alright, again I'm going to get stuck on lands, which is not going to feel good here. I could play Triumph of Gerard or D2 Chronicler. I think I'm going to play Triumph of Gerard here, just so I can get the biggest flyer sooner. Just keep chipping in for a little bit more damage each turn. I get 3 this turn because it does trigger the +1/+1 since the sagas are historic. Alright, my opponent's still stuck on not doing much here. I doubt it's because they have any mana problems, because, well, I don't think they have anything other than white and green in their deck. But, must mean they have some pretty good high-end cards going. Ooh, Frenzied Rage is actually a pretty cool card here. I am good with that. Just keep loading up on the damage in the air, I guess, right? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I mean, I get pretty much blown out with a removal spell, but there's a lot higher upside to playing this than there is playing the Chronicler. Usually I'm pretty happy with 16 lands in a deck, but it has not been going my way today. Oh, this will get some lifelink next turn at least. It pretty much has all the other stuff already, but lifelink doesn't hurt. Ah, my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and attack in here, deal 5, gain 5. And then I'll just play the Chronicler so that it can at least block one of the knights. Alright, the Mammoth Spider is not actually awful here. You know, this thing has Menace from the Frenzied Rage, which is going to stop it from being blocked by the Spider, stop the Reach from actually having any effect on it. And additionally, it would just kill the Spider without dying itself, even if it could block it. So I have it big enough that that's not actually going to matter much. Alright, still not enough mana to actually play anything in my hand, but I should be getting them down to 2 life this turn. This Sarah Disciple has really worked out for me this game. I do believe this is the unusual case as opposed to the typical case for the card, but well, when things go your way, they go your way with it, I guess. 2 mana has worked for me so far. Alright, yeah, that thing was able to just kind of shut down the game pretty quick. I'm going to keep things the same as they are now and go ahead and move into the next game. Hope that things work out about as well as they did for me that time. Alright, our hand is, you know, it's, again, not looking great, but good enough to keep. We have, again, several 2-mana cards we can play, the Chronicler and the Disciple like last time, and then we have Gideon's Reproach, a solid removal spell. Like I've found several games in, the Chronicler really is a good blocker against their deck, so gonna start this out the same way as last time. I'll go turn 1 Plains and a turn 2 Disciple, but hey, we actually found a 3rd mana this time, so things are already looking to be on the right track here. Alright, they're throwing out an Honor Guard to start with. That's perfectly fine. I'll put in my... you know what? Drawing that Journey Mage actually is going to change my plans a little bit. I'm not going to go with the Disciple, but I'm going to go with the Chronicler, because this will allow me to block their Honor Guard in addition to being able to deal 2 damage next to them when I play the Journey Mage. So that sounds good. You know, they may have a trick, but if they have a trick, they're just killing my 2-drop 1/3 and they're wasting it on it, so I'll let us bounce off each other there. Pegasus Courser, okay, sounds good. That's a good card. Alright, so I will be playing the Journey Mage here. Go ahead and deal a couple damage to him. Pass the turn. I definitely can see the Courser as a card that I'm going to want to play Gideon's Reproach on, but I actually think that should, for the most part, be shored up by my Aven Sentry that I'm going to get to play next turn. So they're going to get over for 3 here. Alright, Corrosive Ooze. Alright, I'm going to go with the Plains, not that it actually matters. And I could play the Cavalry, but again, I'm going to play the Aven Sentry because this blocks the Courser very well, which is just going to stop him from really even trying to attack in with the Honor Guards and the likes of that. I could attack in, just try to clear the Ooze off the field with my, you know, attack with the Journey Mage and a Chronicler. I'd get through for 1, he'd probably trade with my Journey Mage. I don't think I need to. Alright, Ancient Animus is not great. That's going to kill both of our creatures, but it allows that Courser to live a lot safer than it was before. And he's going to get a Krosan Druid. Okay. So here I have a couple options. I could play the Phoenix, which doesn't seem too bad. I could play Call the Cavalry, or I could play both of these cards. And I actually think this might be the right call here, to play both of these, because I'd be able to, you know, have the flyer I can chip in with every so often, and then also I would be able to kill the Courser next turn when it attacks, which I think just has enough upside. I am going to attack with the Journey Mage here. I'm going to offer trades. If he wants to let it bounce off the Chronicler, that's fine. Alright, so he's going to trade there. That's okay. I'll play the Disciple. And then I'll play their Approach on their Courser. Well, that's going to be my most likely plan here. Ooh, Seal Away. That's nice to have. Not going to be playing it, but I do like having it. And I could play the Phoenix here, go ahead and get to attack in for 4. Or I could play the Cavalry, which is just a little bit of a safer bet, probably. Yeah, I'm going to play the Cavalry. It's a better card all around, and next turn I'll get to attack for 4, as opposed to this would be attacking in for its 4th damage next turn anyway. So that seems fine. I'm going to attack with my Disciple first. Leave the Chronicler back to block. Just because I don't really want to trade off my Knight token for their Honor Guard. Activating their Memorial to Unity. Let's see what they find. Ooh. Herdic Wanderer, the 5/5 Trampler, which they can't cast currently unless they have a land in hand, which I don't think they do. Okay, nope. Just passing right along, so that's good. Another Serra Disciple, but I'm going to be playing the Phoenix here. And I do have Seal Away for whenever that Wanderer does get on board and is ready to attack. I think I'm just going to attack in with both of my Knights and offer to trade one of them if they want to on the attack. Attack, 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 and attack. And why not? Alright, so I'll get in for 6 or not. What do they have? 5 mana? Oh, Blessed Light. Okay. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. I don't feel like that Phoenix is by any means the best card in the world, so eating a 5 mana removal spell to it is perfectly okay with me. The Wanderer is going to die to my Seal Away, so that's alright. Get up to 6 mana, that's fine. I'll play the Disciple. Attack in for 1 in the air. Oops, wrong one. And then next turn, I will Seal Away their Wanderer. They only have 1 card in hand, so they're pretty much in top decking mode at this point. Hopefully we kind of have run them out of some resources here while I still have a bit of a board presence. Also, very happy that Blessed Light was not able to destroy my Seal Away, as it had the ability to do. Oh, but Broken Bond does. Darn it. Okay, well that's not good. So they're going to get their Wanderer back. Well, I do have multiple Seal Aways. Let's see what else I can find. Oh, well, this is not bad at all. This is actually very good. I can put this on my Knight. He won't be able to be blocked by the Wanderer, and I'll be able to swing in for 6 damage here, put him on a 2-turn clock. Yeah, looks good. There is reason to say that I maybe should put it on one of the disciples, because if they play another creature, they'll be able to block the knight, but they wouldn't have been able to block the flyers. But if they play another creature, for them to block the knight means they can't attack him with the Wanderer. So he provides a pretty good lethal threat on the ground all on his own, just holding up their creatures. Nope, but it looks like our opponent was not able to find what they needed, and we got the match. So that feels pretty good. The deck performed a lot better than I expected it to, even with struggling on mana in 2 out of the 3 games. So pretty happy with how this went. Hopefully we can keep up this kind of a record and this kind of gameplay in the next 2 matches, but we'll see. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so here we are with round 2 of our Dominaria draft. This hand is not perfect, but, you know, we have a removal spell, and if we can draw into a land, we have a solid way to get some board presence, and then Two-Headed Giant, which is just a really great card here. So I think this is fine to keep. Our opponent dropping down Sparring Construct on turn 1 here. That's actually probably going to get in for a you know, good 3-4 points of damage, which, not a huge deal. Second call the Cavalry off the top. I'm actually pretty excited about that. You know, hopefully if I can find a land sometime over the next 3 turns, which should happen, I'll be able to have 4 2/2 knights with Vigilance on the board. Sounds great to me. You know, this Wizard's Lightning card is also really good. Like, this is just a solid card all around. Been really happy with this card. Wish I could play Triumph of Gerard here. This card's great, but of course, I don't really want to do that when I don't have any creatures to target with it. You know, that's not a good idea. So that's all right, though. Just going to give us a little bit more options once we do get to our 4th mana, when we get to start really playing some stuff. All right, Sparring Construct coming in for its 2nd damage here. If they play something in main 2 that's going to be worth killing, then Wizard's Lightning could come down on it. You know, Pegasus Courser is not a bad card by any means, and I don't have a lot of flying protection right here, so I could definitely see playing that on it. I'm really happy to see my 3rd land, by the way, or my 4th land, what will be my 4th land. That's going to just allow me to really smooth out my draws and really make things easy here. So I'm probably going to play this on their turn on the Pegasus Courser, unless they just drop something crazy in main 1 here. So I am going to be willing to take the extra point of damage in the case that in their 2nd main they drop just a bomb 4-drop card that Wizard's Lightning can kill. I think it's worth taking that extra 1 damage to just make sure I'm killing the right thing here. And it's going to their incept, so they don't have whatever it was I would be willing to kill. So I'm just going to knock out the Courser. Alright, so here I am going to get to play something. Now, do I want to play Call the Cavalry or Two-Headed Giant? I think I want to play Two-Headed Giant here. Like, this card just has a lot of upside. Next turn I can play Triumph of Gerard and Frenzied Rage on it. I mean, I'd be going all in on one guy, so maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to go Call the Cavalry? I think I want to play Two-Headed Giant here, but next turn I want to go Call the Cavalry instead of some of this other stuff. I think that's the right call, just to really get my board presence down instead of going all in on one creature. When they're playing white, they could have Seal Away or something here, right? It's a really scary card, and one that I do believe is worth playing around when you have some of this auras and, you know, just some cards where you're spending some extra cards to go on one, because that can make Seal Away just like a 2 or 3 for 1 deal there. And I just don't really want that. Ooh, Gitu Chronicler is great, because I'll be able to kick this thing if I get 1 more land, grab my Wizard's Lightning back. I'm going to be super happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swing in with Two-Headed Giant here. See what happens on this coin flip thing. What am I going to get? What's it going to do? Come on, Menace. I presume it didn't get anything. Is that over in like the comment section thing? Okay, flip to tails, and yeah, sure, okay. Oh, flip to heads and tails. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's see if they're going to block it. They probably not. Yeah, since they don't have anywhere to put that counter. And then I'm going to drop Call the Cavalry. So next turn, I'll hopefully be able to play Frenzied Rage and to Call the Cavalry. Maybe I don't think I'll play Triumph of Gerard next turn. Alright, ooh, I did find my land, so that's going to be good. So, do I want to play Triumph of Gerard here, or do I want to play Frenzied Rage? Frenzied Rage probably has a little bit more upside to it, but Triumph of Gerard is just going to get me there a little bit quicker with this match. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this, get my counter put on the two-headed giant, make him not even be able to be triple blocked. And, you know, if he gets double strike or something like that, heck, even cooler. Swing in with my knights as well, because I'm okay with trading with the Yavimaya Shepherd, or if they want to double block or something like that, that's okay. Let's see what happens here. We are going to get two tails. Heck yeah, Menace. Nice. Alright, and then I'm going to drop the other Call of the Cavalry in main too. So this is feeling pretty good right now. Alright, so they're going to trade for one of the knights, drop that counter on the Yavimaya Shepherd. That way it can safely block a knight in the future. So that makes a lot of sense. I am going to be able to play eventually the Gitu Chronicler to, you know, knock this thing out with my Wizard's Lightning. So that'll be pretty cool. You know, if I grab one more land, I can actually do both of those things on the same turn. One of the upsides of this Wizard's Lightning here, of course. Alright, so I'm going to play this other Call the Cavalry. Alright, passing it off to them. Wow, Two-Headed Giant is an awesome card. This is a fun card. Talking about Two-Headed Giant, I love that format. I know a lot of people are either like love-hate on that kind of thing, but man, I love Two-Headed Giant. At least whenever it's like with friends and that kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan of, you know, randomly playing with whoever, that kind of thing. But whenever you get a big group of friends and family together to play cards and stuff, heck of a lot of fun. Alright, so this is going to make my Two-Headed Giant a 6/6. And I actually think I'm just going to throw Frenzied Rage on it, give it Menace. You know, that doesn't actually seem like a good idea, does it? No, because then it just dies. Let's see, that would make it an 8/7. Alright, what do I want to do here? Like, this is going to let it fly next turn. So I probably just play the long game here. I play it safe. Like, I could play the Chronicler, shoot him down. I could shoot him with the Wizard's Lightning. I don't want to do that. I'd shoot the Sap Herd. I always thought that was Shepherd. It's Sap Herd. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I think I just wait the one extra turn on Triumph of Gerard. I don't attack in with the Two-Headed Giant here. Well, if I put... Actually, I do. If I put Frenzied Rage on the Giant, I swing in with everything, I just guarantee a win. I should have seen that sooner. Alright, let's attack with all creatures. I guess I don't win. They double block and I only deal 6 damage. That's okay. I will of course be killing the Thorn Elemental. Next turn I'll get to play the Chronicler and Wizard's Lightning them to death. So that's fine. For some reason I was thinking the Giant had Trample. I don't know why I thought it had Trample. Alright, there's a unicorn. The lifelinks shouldn't matter too much when I'm going to play Wizard's Lightning on them. Alright, I'll also get to be flying in for 2 damage here if that ends up mattering in any way, shape, or form. Alright, let's do this. I think I need one more. I will return Wizard's Lightning, and then since I control a wizard now, I'll be able to play it for just 1 mana. And it does go to any target, so here we go. Off to game 2, should be. Alright, sorry for the little break there. I don't think there's anything I need in my sideboard. I think I'm happy with what I have here. This should be good. Hand's not awful. It's not the best. If I draw into another Plains, I actually get to play the Marshal this game. Probably is a mistake, including this card. I know I said that in the last match, but it probably is. But I'm going to keep. They're on a mull to 6. That makes me feel a little bit better. Would really like to draw into the Plains and actually be able to cast this guy. But as is, I have a turn 3 play, a turn 4 play. Oh, why did I even do that? That already was a misplay. I should have been going straight for my Plains in the hopes to play Marshal on turn 3. Ugh, what am I doing? Alright, well at least that wasn't a Plains. I probably should want it to be a Plains, but I would have been kicking myself if it was. Alright, Fiery Intervention, that's nice to see. Alright, Journey Mage, it is here. Not going to get in for the extra 2 damage, but that's not a big deal. Still a 3-2, which is not a great stat ratio, but it's fine. I like 2-3 significantly more. Alright, Aven Sentry. Ooh, Seal Away is good here. My Phoenix and my own Sentry are definitely nowhere near as good now because of their own Sentry, but with Seal Away, I can play my Aven Sentry this turn, seal it away on my next turn and still be able to attack in, but I am just going to attack with Journey Mage here. I mean, if they want to trade, I'll trade. I do not see any realm where they do, but sure, I'll trade your flyer with my totally mediocre 3-drop. That's fine with me. Yeah, I guess I just play the Sentry here regardless, but I was not expecting that. Saves me a removal spell. Alright, another Aven Sentry. So I guess that makes a little bit of sense why they were more willing to let that go. Dauntless Bodyguard, that's going to name the Sentry. Now, this will give it indestructible. We will not protect it from Seal Away. So it will protect it against Fiery Intervention, but not from what I'm going to do to it. Ooh, Dub. That's a lot of fun here, because this is going to let me put First Strike on my Aven Sentry. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna have fun with that. Alright. Tap out like this, hold up Seal Away, make my bird big enough to, you know, get some damage in, or force a chump block out of this Sentry and sack the Bodyguard to keep it alive, maybe? They're just gonna let it go through, I'm sure. Alright, so this is good. This is solid. Oh, their own Banalish Marshal. Okay. So this is, I'm definitely going to be sealing away the Sentry, and then I'll Fiery Intervention the Marshal, probably? Yeah, I think so. And by doing this, it just kind of blanks that bodyguard. That bodyguard now is just a glorified Savannah Lions. But, oh, Ancient Animus. They're going to be fighting before it can do that. Okay. Alright. Seal Away is still going to get to... it's not going to get to grab anything because there's nothing tapped. Okay, so that's just going to sit on the field. For a second, I was like, I still get to grab something, but I guess not. That's fine. Ooh, Wizard's Lightning. Nice. I could do a couple different things here. I could Fiery Intervention their Banalish Marshal. I could Wizard's Lightning their Banalish Marshal. Which, this is definitely the route to go with it. Or I could just play the Warcry Phoenix. But I think the Wizard's Lightning is the best way to go. Just because I don't need the 5 damage. They have no cards in hand. That's worth noting. I could wait till their turn, but they're not going to have a better card to kill than the Marshal. So I'm going to go ahead and kill it here just in case they draw into something that some kind of a pump spell or something like that, since I was dealing right at the amount of damage I needed to. I'll get to play the Phoenix next turn, or heck, maybe if I draw Plains, I can play my own Marshal. That would be cool for once. Alright, so there's a Sap Herd. Gonna get a Sapperling. Oh my gosh, I got the Plains. Look at that. I'm just slamming this thing down on the field. Heck yeah. That's awesome. I'll get to play my Phoenix next turn, and I'll start beating in the air for 3. I'll actually be able to probably attack on the ground for 3 maybe as well. Like, I might be double blocked, but we'll see what kind of removal I get. I don't want to use a Fiery Intervention just so I can attack in with Banalish Marshal, but... Oh, snap. Triumph of Gerard? Heck yeah. Now that's cool. Okay, so this opens up my options a lot. So I'm going to play the Phoenix. And then I will play Triumph of Gerard. Now I still don't want to... Oh, but now that he's a 3-3, I can put the Triumph of Gerard on the Phoenix. Yeah, because the Marshal's pumping him. Perfect. Put that on there. Swing in for 4 this turn. Not even going to worry about on the ground. Alright. Going to get in for, 5 next turn. At least that's the plan. Ooh, Baloth Gorger. Not kicked, though, so that's just a 4-4. Really like this card, too. Good card. Okay, yep, go ahead and put that counter on there. So I can't play both of these cards. I could just play this as another generic blocker. I could kill the Baloth Gorger, but right now, I don't think I have any reason to. Like, my Phoenix is holding its own in the air. I have them on enough of a clock, effectively, because of that. So I don't think there's any reason for me to just generically throw my Fiery Intervention at the Gorger. Because he doesn't have reach or anything. I'd rather do that if they play like a Mammoth Spider or something. Something that, while that it specifically wouldn't cause problems for my Phoenix per se, I'd rather wait and use it on something that could. Yeah, I'm just going to be willing to take the 4 here. No reason to waste one of my guys on it. There's a sparring construct. Sure. Ooh, Gitu Chronicler. That is a good card to see. So I'll be able to play it, grab my Wizard's Lightning back. Yeah, I'm just going to do this for now. Just attack in for 5 in the air. Take them to 1. And then I'll use the Gitu Chronicler, grab Wizard's Lightning so that I can bolt them to death next turn, even if something happens to my Phoenix. Oh, I didn't even think of that synergy there. Not that I probably would have done anything with it. I wouldn't have attacked in there. No reason to. I wasn't going to get through any damage. He does have Menace. I would have forced some trades, but I have him at 1. There's no reason to. Okay, so yeah, Wizard's Lightning has to be targeted. And we'll go off past the turn. If I would have had 1 more land here, I could have just finished the game off there, but hopefully we'll finish it off next turn. And it looks like we would have. They went ahead and conceded the match. So that is game 2. The deck is still performing pretty good. You know, it's exceeding my expectations. But that's something this format has really been doing is, you know, taking these decks that you don't innately feel like are going to be real winners and, well, winning. So let's see how match 3 goes. I'm excited for it. Alright guys, we are 2 matches down into this Dominaria draft, and we are on our final match here. Now, looking at this hand, as much as I like some of the cards, like the Journey Mages, the Lightning, the Cyclops, a bunch of these cards are great. 1 land is tough with this, and if I don't top deck into that other land, I'm just in a nightmare situation. So I am going to have to mull this hand, unfortunately. But this hand is looking significantly better. You know, I get to just play on curve turn 2, turn 3, hopefully turn 4. Surely I'll draw a land by then. So I will be keeping this hand. Yeah, there's reason to think maybe I put this on the bottom of the deck, because surely with having 4 draws to get to that 4th land, I'm going to find another. But guaranteeing that I hit it, guaranteeing that I get to that 4/4 seems pretty solid, in addition to getting a second plains as opposed to more mountains. I am going to keep this on top of the deck. Just be safe since I am on a mull. Might be the wrong call here, but I feel like that's... I don't know, I just feel like it's probably the right thing to do. So I've really been impressed by this Chronicler. You know, not only is it a good blocker, but being able to play it for 6 and grab something out of the graveyard, it's been very good. You know, I've been able to retrieve Wizard's Lightning off of it a couple of times, and, you know, it just feels great every time I do it. So this is actually a good draw for me here, because I'm going to get to play the Chronicler, and then I will be able to use this Frenzied Rage to attach to something else here, right? So I don't know, I could wait long enough to put it on the Cyclops, or I could attach it to maybe like the Journey Mage or something. We'll see how that goes. But I am going to block here. I'm going to call their bluff and try to get our creatures just to bounce off each other. And they do. So I figure, you know, if they want to trade it for my 2-drop, I'll trade 2-drop for 2-drop. Fungal Plots, which is a solid card. Like that card a lot. Ooh, another Gitu Chronicler. That's nice. Probably one that I'm going to be holding on to for just a little bit longer, trying to, you know, eventually get something to bring back off of it. But I'm going to be able to deal 3 damage this turn. You know, 2 off of the Journey Mage, and I can attack him with the Chronicler for 1. Not sure if I want to, because I don't want to be blocking the ooze with my Journey Mage, so maybe I just hold this up as a blocker. But why am I scared of 2 damage? I mean, really now. You know, it's just 2 damage. That's going to be fine. I'm not worried about that. I'll get in for the 1. I'll chip away at him a little bit more. And I will be taking this. I don't want to trade my 3/2 for their 2/2. They're presumably going to play something else here. Yeah, 4-drop. Ooh, Call the Cavalry. That's a solid card. Okay. So what I'm going to do... Ooh, a Call the Cavalry of my own. That's very nice. But what I think I'm going to do here is I play Rampaging Cyclops, and then next turn put Frenzied Rage on it. It gives it Menace, and even if it's double blocked by these Knight tokens, you know, it's still a 4/6. I'm still able to wipe some stuff out with it. That seems pretty good. I could play this on, you know, my Gitu Journey Mage or something. And then play the Chronicler, but I don't want to play the Chronicler, especially grabbing Call the Cavalry here. I feel like that's something I want to play and be able to get back. So I think I'm just going to play the Cyclops. The Chronicler blocks these Knight tokens well, so that's nice. In addition to the fact that this Cyclops is just a fantastic blocker, right? Like, it's just a top-notch blocker. I am going to attack with the Journey Mage, because if they want to trade one of their Vigilance tokens for it, I'm actually okay with that. It makes it a little bit more difficult to double block this Cyclops, or, you know, put me in a situation where just the blocking goes poorly for me. So I'm actually okay with that trade here. Alright, I will put this guy... You know, with them making this attack, it really makes me think they have to have something up their sleeve here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put the Cyclops in front of something because I feel like that's just asking for it to die, but I will block with the Chronicler. I have a feeling they wanted me to block with it so they could use, I don't know, the indestructible, you know, Adamant Will, I think it's called, something like that, or maybe Rise of Belsnalok, I don't know. Something to bait my Cyclops into dying here. But now I'm just going to be able to get in for a 6 damage unless they have some sort of, you know, instant speed trick to kill it or something like that. Because I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to start bashing in with it. Next turn I'll play the Call the Cavalry. Okay, so yeah, they do have something here. Oh, Giant Growth. Oh, does this untap it? It does. Yikes. Yeah, and it's kicked, so it gets +4/+4. Ouch. I was not anticipating that, I must say. Okay, so I'm just going to be able to kill the Knight here, unfortunately. That's pretty sad that I'm going to lose my Cyclops and my, you know, my aura to that, but I definitely did not see Gift of Growth, not Giant Growth, but definitely did not see that coming, and I also definitely did not know this untapped the creature. That actually makes this card significantly better to me. I had no clue that was the case. Okay, Knight of New Benalia. Okay, I don't mind seeing the land there, because then I'm going to be able to grab, or kick this Chronicler next turn. But for now, I'm just going to throw that thing out there. Ooh, Shauna Sasay's Legacy. That is a good card. It's only a 3/3 right now, so it's not too scary, but I mean, I have played against some decks where this thing just gets crazy. And I do have to keep in mind that Fungal Plots can keep bringing some creatures back here. I am going to offer this trade, I think. I'll take the 2 damage off the Corrosive Ooze. Alright, so I'm sure they're going to be activating Fungal Plots this turn. Which means I'm not going to attack in with this, because they would just end up eating one of my knights, which would be kind of ugly. I'll wait until I have a few more knights and feel a little bit safer with something like that happening. Oh, they did not activate it on the instep. I'm shocked by that. Seems like it just would have been a good use of their mana. Yeah, nothing happening on their turn here. Kind of surprised there. Ooh, Gitu Journey Mage. That's not a bad pickup. You know, it's going to deal 2 more damage. I can actually play both of these cards this turn. Yeah, that sounds good. So this will take them to 15. And then I'm going to play this, getting me a total of 4 Knight tokens. I could attack in here, but I think I'm better off just waiting, hoping to find some sort of removal spell for their cards. Yeah. Still very surprised they're not activating that. Maybe, I mean, I just don't see any downside of using that mana while you have it. I'll block there. Oh my. Urza's Ruinous Blast. Okay, that's rough. Exiling everything but Shauna. Now that does make her just a 1/1, so that's not the scariest thing in the world. But yeah. Okay, so Warcry Phoenix is not a bad top deck here. This is perfectly fine. Gets me back right in the game pretty quick. They have 2 cards in hand. It's a real question of how viable those cards are. Good to know they have Urza's Ruinous Blast, though. Definitely something to watch out for in the next match. Ooh, Gaia's Protector. Okay. So, scary, but not unbeatable. Must be blocked if able. Plains is not what I'm looking for, so they're going to take me to 6 next turn at the very least. I'm only going to be able to take them to 11. Now I am able to trade the Phoenix with their Protector, which probably is the right call. I mean, dealing 2 damage here is just not going to be doing much for me. I don't know, I could top deck a Seal Away or something like that. That would be good. But if I do this, they get in for 2, and then they can only be chipping in for 1 each turn after that, and it gives me a significantly longer timeline. And I'm only exchanging 2 damage for that, so yeah, I'm going to hold off. Okay, I have to imagine if they had a creature in their hand, they would have played it before combat to pump Shauna. So I think this is, you know, I don't know if they're not going to have anything to play main 2, or... Well, no, they do have a creature. I'm surprised by that coming down now. That's a good one, though. Ooh, Seal Away is good. So I'm probably going to seal away the spider, just because it will make Shauna smaller, and because... Actually, I don't think she can be targeted by Seal Away, right? Abilities. So this is... no, it can be targeted by this? Because this enters the battlefield, so this is a triggered ability entering the battlefield, so I don't actually think she can be. I don't want to waste it to find out, but I think playing it on Mammoth Spider is the right call anyway. Ooh, Slimefoot, that's probably going to finish the game up for me here. Yeah, that's not going to be good. I'm not sure there's much of anything that'll be able to bring me back from it. The better call is playing this on Slimefoot, of course, but if I wait to do that, I'm just going to be dead. So this at least gives me one more draw to find, well, a seal away. That actually will do, it'll keep me alive for another turn. So there's that. Be able to play this on Slimefoot. They'll be able to make a couple more things. Oh, goodness. Yikes. I'm just going to concede here. I don't want to show them I have another seal away. Make them board in some like enchantment removal or something. That would be not ideal. I'm going to put in Sarah Disciples because they do seem to not have much going on for flying. What do I not need here? I don't think I need this Keldon Overseer. Charge could be good, but then I'd have to cut something else. I could cut the Elephant for a charge. This doesn't seem like the worst card in the world, with them having, you know, potentially a lot of Saprolings, but, you know, if they have the Saprolings out, they probably have Slimefoot out, which means this is just going to in turn deal a bunch of damage to me. So, I think this is fine. I think this is what we're going to try out. I will be playing first, of course. This hand looks fine. I'll keep. Not the best hand in the world, but I'll get to play a turn 2 Sarah Disciple. I'll drop this on turn 3 just so I can smack in for a couple more damage. Ooh, Llanowar Elves turn 1. Yikes. Call the Cavalry is nice here. Oh, Shauna. Not a card I was wanting to see early in the game. Ooh, Triumph of Gerard, though. This can be a beater with Sarah Disciple. Like, this went pretty well for us earlier in the game, so I'm going to be throwing this out now. Yeah, that seems good. We're going to try to race them a bit, I guess. Oh, darn it. Yeah, that is unfortunate, and it's just going to effectively nullify my second part of Triumph of Gerard here. Okay, and without finding that other land, I'm going to play, I guess... Guess I gotta play the Chronicler, and then it becomes a 1/3 with lifelink and flying and stuff. That's really bland. Yeah, I don't think I have anything better to do. I mean, I would love to be able to hold on to that till later, but at this point I'm not getting the mana I need, and I think I just need to get something on board that will work as a blocker. I mean, like I said, I would have loved to get Call the Cavalry back with it, but Not here. I'm really surprised to see this. Did I play much of anything with flying in the last game? I don't know, I must have. I'm just not thinking of. Alright. Yep, that's going to get through. Charge will not do anything for me there. Flying, first strike, lifelink. Ugh. Nothing to help me with. Well, seal away is nice, though. Again, I would like a little bit more mana to go with it, but can't even attack in with this guy because of the spider. I think I just have to pass my turn, seal away the spider when it goes to attack, hope I draw a land next turn, be able to play the cavalry or the cyclops, something like that. Not looking great for me at the moment. Yeah, so it has to target the spider, so Shauna cannot be the target of it like I was thinking. Will not be blocking. Oh, goodness. Alright. Play this, and then maybe I can double block, play charge next turn, and get something good to happen. Oh, another creature makes it a 4/4. Well, darn it. There's the 5. That is the number I did not want it to get to. Not sure I can afford to take 8. If I put one of these in front of here and play charge, it'll kill it. If I put this in front of here, it'll... Yeah, I think I do this, just play charge because... Well, I'd get a Llanowar Envoy off the battlefield, but if I draw a land, I'm playing one of these guys' charges, and charge is just going to sit in my hand. So I may as well at least try to keep a creature with it. Alright. So do I want to play the Cyclops or the Cavalry? The Cavalry is going to be able to block more, but they'll pretty much die to what's attacking. Like if these attack in, I'd probably have to put the Cavalry in front of them, and then I could play the Cyclops the next turn to guard off Shauna. I guess so. Be willing to sacrifice my knights for that. Oh my gosh. They just have all the cards here. Okay, so we're going to put this here. We're going to put a knight here. And we'll let Shauna go unblocked. Yep. Have to have a blocker for that giant lifelinker. That's just gonna win the game. I mean, my only option really is to draw a seal away next turn. That's my only chance of beating it, I think. Put this here, I'll put that there to chump block. And I did not draw the seal away, so that's just going to win because they're going to swing in with it, activate their ability, make it a 21, what is it, a 21-4? Yeah. Alright, we tried. We ended up going 2-1 in this league. I'm happy with that. It nets us a couple packs, so I'm fine with it. You know, this deck honestly played a lot better than I was expecting. I would have loved to have been able to play this Black Blade to any sort of use, but you know, the deck went well. I realized I really like Gitu Chronicler. It's a solid card. Triumph of Gerard is really good. And I realized, you know, some of these auras I'm quite happy with. That +2/+1 Menace, a lot of success with that in this league. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time.